Hey, what's up my friends? My name is Bill. Welcome to Cars at Last. On today's video, the top 5 best used cars from the 1990s. Now this video is full of tons of information that can help you make informed decisions. If you're a fan of the cars from the 90s, or you're simply looking for a reliable, affordable vehicle, consider using this information to help you make informed decisions. Now, if you're new to my YouTube channel, I study the car marketplace. I love cars that are reliable, affordable, and are known to last a long time. Now, before we get started, make sure to check out my disclosures right here. As always, past vehicle performance is no guarantee of future success. I'm a believer that not all cars are known to last 300,000 miles. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 cars that are known to last 300,000 miles from the 1990s. In addition, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a ton of additional information. Also, this is a study of sedans. I did not include SUVs and trucks because I consider those to be in a different class. In addition, at the end of this video, I'm also going to share with you the vehicle manufacturers that did not even come close to making the top 5. Now, I studied the car marketplace for vehicles that had 250,000 or more miles. Prices ranged from $1,000 to $6,000. Now with this, let's get started on the top 5 cars. Car number 5 is the Toyota Corolla. There were 7 Corollas that fit into this parameter of $1,000 to $6,000. The highest Corolla was a 1993 model with 364,000 miles. There were 4 Corollas above 300,000 miles. Majority of the years range for the Corollas from 1997 to 1999. The Corolla features a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine, and the average of all the 7 vehicles was over 303,000 miles. Now, in some of my other videos, I know there are a lot of Corolla fans out there. These are genuinely very reliable cars, also very affordable, and are known to last a long time. Car number 4 is the Toyota Avalon. There were 9 Avalons that had more than 250,000 miles. The highest Avalon was a 1999 model with over 303,000 miles. The average of all the Avalons was 277,000 miles, and these Avalons ranged from the years 1995 to 1999. Now, the Avalon features a 3.0 liter V6. Now, what's really interesting about this information is of these top 5 cars, the Avalon had a fraction of the production of the other 4 cars. There were only 363,000 Avalons produced. The Avalon really didn't start until 1995. And yet the Avalon has more vehicles above $250,000 than most other cars. Car number 3 is the Honda Civic. There were 11 Civics that had more than 250,000 miles. The highest was a 1996 Civic with 367,000 miles. And the average mileage of all 11 was 284,000 miles. Overall, majority of the Civics in the 1990s were incredibly reliable. I've seen a couple of Civics with over 400,000 miles. Now, car number 2 is the Honda Accord. There were 17 Accords above 250,000 miles. Majority of the years range from 1997 to 1999. The mid-90s Accords featured a 2.2 4-cylinder engine. There was a V6 model available, and in 1998 there was a changeover to the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine. Both engines extremely reliable. The highest mileage Accord was in 1999 with a V6, had 382,000 miles. The average of all 17 Accords was 286,000 miles. Now, the Accord did have the highest production from 1990 to 1999. There were over 3.8 million Accords produced. And car number 1 is the Toyota Camry. There were 29 Camrys with 250,000 or more miles, just like the one behind me, which is a 1996 model. Now, the Camry comes with either a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine or a 3.0 liter V6. The average mileage of the 29 Camrys was 280,000 miles. And from 1990 to 1999, there were 3.6 million Camrys produced. Now, my suggestion for the Camry would be to buy the 1997 and newer models, just because there's a little bit more horsepower in the 4-cylinder engine. And same thing goes with the Honda Accord. There was an engine change in 1998 and a body style change. The cars were modernized a little bit. Both have more horsepower. This 1996 behind me has 173,000 miles. It's still a reliable car, but it's a little bit slow. Now, some of you might be saying, so what? Well, let's do a side-by-side comparison. In the 1990s, the Ford Taurus actually outsold the Toyota Camry. The Ford Taurus actually had 3.6 million vehicles produced from 1990 to 1999. The Toyota Camry had 3.4 million vehicles produced. So let's do a side-by-side comparison of the Ford Taurus versus the Toyota Camry in the 90s. The highest mileage Ford Taurus had 217,000 miles, and there were only 5 cars total that had more than 200,000 miles. In comparison, the Toyota Camry highest mileage had 400,000 miles, and there were 29 Camrys above 250,000 miles. The highest Toyota Camry was a 1999 model with 400,000 miles. In fact, Ford had only 2 vehicles with more than 250,000 miles in the 1990s. Now, this doesn't include Lincoln or Mercury. So to give you guys some variety, there were also 8 honorable mention vehicles that I thought I'd share with you. And some of these might surprise you. The first car is the Lexus ES300. This features the 3.0 liter V6. There were 7 cars with more than 250,000 miles. This tied actually with the Corolla in the survey. However, I did not include it because there were no Lexus ES300s with more than 300,000 miles. I quite often see the Lexus ES300 with more than 250,000 miles. I know they can get to 300,000 miles. I just don't see them very often above that mark. Car number 2 for honorable mention is the Acura 3.5 liter RL. There were 3 cars with more than 250,000 miles. This is one of those cars that you don't hear much about, but they generally are very reliable and affordable. The average for the RLs was 281,000 miles. Honorable mention number 3 is the Lexus GS300. There were 3 vehicles above 250,000 miles, and the average was 274,000 miles. Honorable mention number 4 is the Lexus LS400. Now, this is a vehicle that's been known to hit 1 million miles. I've covered it on some of my other videos. There were 3 vehicles above 250,000 miles, and the average here was 271,000 miles. Now, the next vehicles might surprise you a little bit. There are 3 Mercedes-Benz vehicles that are also worth mentioning. There were 4 Mercedes E420s and 430s. The E420 features a 4.2 liter V8, and the E430 features the 4.3 liter V8. In fact, the 2 E430s had well into the 350,000 mile range. The next honorable mention is the Mercedes-Benz S320. There were 4 of these. 2 were the short wheelbase, 2 were the long wheelbase. The next honorable mention is the Pontiac Bonneville. There were 4 Bonnevilles from the 90s. This features the 3.8 liter V6. The 3.8 liter V6 has been known to be a very reliable engine, can be found also in Buicks and Oldsmobiles and Chevys. And one more honorable mention, there were 4 Mercedes diesels from the 1990s. These included the E300D and the E300TD. All right, guys, I hope you find that information helpful. There is some value still in some of these older cars from the 1990s. Just keep in mind that if you're shopping around for these, they may not have the latest safety features. And with these older cars, you can expect some more repairs. Now, as promised at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you vehicle brands that didn't even make this study and ones that had very few cars that made the study. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for subscribing. I also love to hear your comments. I read them. I'm not always able to answer them. I hope you find this information helpful. Consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell. I hope you have an amazing day. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.